Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at using ye old hourglasses, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Benj.
And I'm Isaac. Yes, ye old hourglasses. we're quite poor at even
I almost
finding
forgot.
one.
I almost forgot the word for hourglasses while I was saying that.
It's because who uses an hourglass?
Nobody. And even if you do, like, you don't call them an hourglass.
No, because
Like-
first of all,
like
finding sand that drips through sand, like glass that actually is an hour, near impossible.
Yeah, like anytime that people use hourglasses now, it's like you're playing a board game.
Yeah, it's true. It's like a terrible.
Yeah.
Like, how many seconds is this supposed to be? No,
And like nobody knows.
we'll just use our phones. It's so much easier. Like, but if you go to your phone, at least on like my phone, the symbol when you want to start a like a counting up timer or a counting down timer, counting down. Sorry,
Yeah, no hourglass counts time up.
that would be cool. But no, it's still the symbol is an hourglass. Like we can't get away from that. It's just the best that there ever can be for measuring time going down.
Exactly perfect every time.
But you know what isn't ye old? Is this newfangled trend on the interwebs for people who are
We're only like a couple years late, right?
I've enjoyed these videos online. And if you don't know what we're talking about the trendy thing online. Some people might even say it's trending, although it probably was like trending, like we said, years ago.
Yeah.
Where
I definitely remember seeing the first videos more than...
It's where these artists online will take a topic, like, their second favorite Pokemon, and they'll say, all right, I'm going to draw it in 10 minutes, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to draw it the same thing, but in only 1 minute, and then I'm going to draw the same thing, but in only 10 seconds.
Yep.
And that is our exact goal today. We are going to each pick. So we went through the thing. What could we draw? Could we draw, like each other? Could we draw?
And then we said our favorite Pokemon. But we both had the same favorite Pokemon.
Tyranitar.
Yep, the best.
If you don't know who Tyranitar is, go Google it right now.
And then go play Pokemon Gold with just Tyranitar on your team.
It's all you need, really, in any Pokemon game.
Mean, you can't catch him until the end of the game, but
true, but
it's all you need.
All you need. Definitely the best Pokemon. So instead of us boring you with each of us drawing poor renditions of our favorite Pokemon back to back, we both said, all right, fine, we'll pick our second favorite Pokemon. So here's my attempt. I'm going to give it a go. My second favorite Pokemon is a Pokemon called Metagross. Metagross, or is it Metagross? I never know, because I hear people who call it both.
Yeah,
I've always called it
Metagross because it doesn't have the word gross in it.
It's like, is it manga or manga? It's like, well, how cool are you? And by cool, I mean, how nerdy are you?
Or is it like Voss and Vase, where it actually, like how fancy it is the difference?
Yeah, the vase.
Yeah.
I've never owned a vase.
Yep. So we got this 10 minute countdown here for you. I'll start it, and then as soon as I start it, you can start drawing. Or
right. Got my drawing glove on. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Ready, get set, go.
Oh, crap. I'm deleting that. Not because I'm a cheater, but because
You better start drawing. You're running out of time.
This is going to be stressful for me. All right, so Metagross, he's a big, chunky rock steel Pokemon, which is perfect because you don't need straight lines.
Yep. Just pretend like that's the correct amount of imperfections.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got like this weirdly, I don't even know how to describe the shape of his head. It's like two trapezoids put together. And in between the two trapezoids, there's like this.
I think it's just called a hexagon.
Just two trapezoids put together. Yeah, he's got like this. I don't even know how to describe this part either. He's got like a belt of rock between them.
I think it's more like a sash, like, when you win Miss America.
That's a thing in the new Pokemon games where you can go and like do beauty pageants and contests. Never once.
Metagross just like won twice.
Yeah, apparently. So he's got this. Yeah, like I said, he's got. Oh gosh, see, this is the tricky part. I have forgotten that there is a giant X over his face.
See, that's the sash I was talking about. I don't know what you drew with
It's just
that
like
then.
this separation between the two. I can't talk about this. I'm on a time limit.
Yeah. You've already used up a minute and a half of your time.
Oh man, this is stressful. No real artists have to deal with such things. Oh,
Less stress.
I left no space for his eyes.
Yeah, good thing his eyes are just little triangles.
Sort of up here. This is gonna be the derpiest looking Metagross.
Oh, look at that. It's coming right in. This stop sign with eyes.
If I have time, I'll go back and add something. And he has like a mouth down here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now
he does have a mouth.
He has like spikes coming down from here because he's super cool. That's why he's my second favorite Pokemon, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, then he has these complicated
everywhere.
like arm things.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like he's almost like a giant rock crab. Is that accurate? I
guess. I mean, he doesn't really have like pincher arms.
No,
but I guess it's still kind of accurate. Like, take away the two front limbs of a crab, and you've got yourself a Metagross.
Just go with it. Thank you for. It's got these giant beefy legs. They have like another sash thing going down.
I don't think sash.
I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen a sash. Now that I think about it,
I think the word you're looking for is just his hand.
Anyway, and then he's got this other. Trying to make something symmetrical is going to be tricky.
Yeah, it's a good thing he's made out of rock and doesn't need to be exactly symmetrical.
It's just a happenstance that my favorite Pokemon is surprisingly not symmetrical for all of the...
Just don't look up a real image of him. Because then you might realize how symmetrical he is.
You'll be disappointed in me if you... What's my time at?
You got 6 minutes and 10 seconds.
What am I stressing for?
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah, time to add the finer details.
Yep.
No, let's see.
You could add the other two legs.
See, that's tricky, Benj, because I have to do like a perspective thing.
Yeah, that's true. But you got 5 minutes and 50 seconds to figure it out.
It's like a... Yeah, because they're all like the same leg. They're just different like sizes of it. So there's one like coming down.
Are you just curious because we didn't talk about any of this beforehand? Are you gonna draw your other two drawings on the same picture, or are you gonna like clear your picture?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll have to decide that when I have time to decide that. You think about it for me while I draw.
Okay.
That works, right?
These perspective legs are pretty good. Like, I think giving you a time limit helps you.
It might, right?
You still got 5 minutes. Like, do you know how long you normally take to draw?
Man, I should have.
You normally take like twice as long as me.
Time.
Yeah, you normally take like twice as long as me, and it still turns out like worse. I mean, not worse than mine, but worse than this.
Yeah, like what the heck have I done? Now
We need to put a 10-minute countdown on all of your drawings, and you'll start getting better.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm just gonna, instead of just wasting time sitting here trying to decide what I'm gonna do this.
You forgot the spikes on the last leg.
Oh, thanks. See, this Pokemon is normally like cool metallic blue for most of the body. And then it has like silver features like this metal bar that goes across its face. And it has a like the metal spikes. And its eyes are red. Really cool looking Pokemon.
Yeah.
But
we don't have colors here, so
yeah. Use your imagination. Like real art fans. Right? That's what real art fans do.
Use their imagination? I think the whole point of looking at art is that you don't have to use your imagination.
Detail.
Like the artist imagines it for you.
Detail. That actually like ends.
Yeah, the mustache is not part of the legs.
It's like its own entity.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So
you should probably end it on the other side too.
Yeah, I'll get there. Maybe. Like these rocky.
You've only got 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yep, that one's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, mouth.
See, if you color in all of the mouth, it's gonna blend in with the X.
Just like it's the deep mouth.
You could add teeth to the top.
It's too late. It is too late. But I did end that part. He also has like some rocky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he's made out of steel, but he looks like he's made out of rocks.
Yeah, it's true. What else do we do? Just have some like change the pen size here.
According to the Pokédex, this Pokemon is like a supercomputer.
What?
Because it has 4 brains.
This is my second favorite Pokemon. I knew it had 4 brains.
Yeah, so
I always tried to picture where they were inside of it.
Yeah, well, because the first evolvement is just the arms, and then like 4 of them combine to make this, and it has 4 brains, and it can calculate as fast as a supercomputer.
I still have 2 minutes left.
You still got 2 minutes. You just gotta end it here and say that you did it within 10 minutes.
Like adding more is just gonna make it so much worse.
Yeah, I mean you did it within 10 minutes. That's the challenge. I mean, it's not the 10-minute part's not supposed to be a challenge. The challenge is the the 10-second one, the 10-second version of this drawing.
Yes,
where you just draw a stop sign with stick legs.
I feel like I'm just adding like stupid rock details now.
Yeah, it'll probably just get worse if you keep adding lines.
Hey, that's very true, but
yeah, the challenge wasn't keep drawing until 10 minutes is up challenge.
I think I'm going to color these in because, again, we're trying to get the contrast of colors here.
Yes. Those, I mean, the spikes are the same color as the sash.
Yeah. It's double beauty pageant sash. Or maybe it's, do they give sashes for being smart, like a supercomputer?
Maybe. Or it's like Klingon. They get those sashes for being good warriors.
This guy's definitely not a Klingon. It's too cool.
Too cool to be a Klingon? You might be too cool to talk about Klingons.
This Pokemon had a move called Meteor Mash. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Meteor Mash.
It's like the strongest steel move.
An exclusive move to this Pokemon that made it, like worth using because it was this really strong steel type, which made it pretty powerful, except for against fire Pokemon. All right, I got 10 seconds left. 10 you know what that means. It is time to name it. This isn't part of the time, but...
Yep.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. My second favorite Pokemon.
Okay. So it would seem that the strategy that we're going with is whole new drawing. Or
the whole new drawing.
The 10-minute, 1 minute, and 10 seconds.
Yeah. Now I have to do that whole thing in a minute?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to look terrible.
Exact same thing in a minute.
I do not.
So
I'm so sorry.
I will start the countdown.
All right, you have to tell me when so I know.
Okay. You need to stop touching your pad. Okay. 3, 2, 1, start.
Yeah. Oh gosh, give me like a 30-second warning.
Mm-hmm. I will. 30-second warning.
Oh, gosh. What did I even do there?
You better be quick. Whatever it is that you're gonna do.
All right.
10-second warning.
What am I missing? I'm missing. Oh yeah, it's like that.
1. You're out of time.
Oh my gosh, I ruined it at the end.
Just like drew a single line.
Oh
You
man.
should have made the sashes a little bit more sassy.
Yeah, I was stressed at the beginning. I was going for. That's not the worst 10-second Metagross.
Well, this wasn't 10 seconds.
Oh, sorry.
It was a minute.
Oh, man. It felt like 10 seconds, bench.
Yeah, the 10-second one. Remember when I said you have 10 seconds left, you pretty much drew one line.
Oh no. All right, I'm not sad about this. Do I have to? Yep.
Yep. Gotta name it.
Gosh.
And this way each individual one can be a separate drawing to go on the fridge.
How lovely. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I didn't even put like Metagross 10 minutes, Metagross 1 minute. It's just Metagross.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. See, the thing with this one is it might look like it's missing 2 legs, but you're just looking at it straight on.
It's just
straight
like,
on.
Its other legs are right behind those.
Yeah,
legs.
like it's definitely that.
Like
definitely,
you know how we talked about how it's not like symmetrical. It is
it's
perfectly
symmetrical with those back legs. At least this one is, and no detail.
Yep. Okay, are you ready for the 10 seconds?
I am not ready for anything of the sort. I almost need you to like. Okay, you gotta give me a 5-second warning this time.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll say 3, 2, 1, go, and then you'll draw.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. 5-second warning. 2, 1. You're done. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's wonderful. It's
might be the best one.
it's like somebody chewed him up and spit him out. Oh man. I think he's recognizable.
Oh, I mean, yeah, especially after the other ones. Like, not the worst draw. I mean, it's more recognizable than like when you draw a horse or most humans.
See, Pokemon are surprisingly easy to draw.
Mm-hmm. Very recognizable.
Yep.
We were talking before about like we could draw some, like
a celebrity.
But we're like we can't draw humans. Like
No.
like nobody would know who we're drawing.
No, because like they have like super distinguishing features that make them like recognizable to the average eye.
Mm-hmm. But we aren't skillful enough to show those.
No, like if I tried to draw like Tom Cruise or something, it would just look like some super generic.
I mean,
like,
we all remember when you drew,
I drew
Tom Cruise and Jungle Cruise.
I drew Jungle Cruise. Much different.
Like, there's no way anybody would know who you were drawing.
The Metagross looks really dumb. Doesn't have a mouth. It's closed.
Just a stop sign with an X.
It is a stop sign with like legs.
Yeah.
Some weird traffic
If you
symbol.
call those legs.
Yep. It's like a road closed sign with eyes.
Yep.
And now it's your turn to come over and draw whoever your second favorite Pokemon is.
Yes, how lovely.
Yes, I can't wait.
So what is your second favorite Pokemon?
Yes, well, my second favorite Pokemon is Clefable, which might surprise some people.
I mean, because it's a pink fairy Pokemon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're like, okay, how is Tyranitar, the cool dinosaur thing?
Yeah, like the ground dinosaur.
Mm-hmm. It's actually rock.
Sorry. Rock dinosaur that also learns Earthquake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, yeah, Tyranitar's my favorite because it's just the best. Its Pokédex is that it's literally indestructible.
Well, see, the other thing is most people's favorite Pokemon are either super strong or super cool looking.
Yeah.
Clefable is neither of those things.
Clefable is my favorite Pokemon because it is super strong.
Lame.
If you're playing competitive Pokemon, right?
Which Benj does.
Clefable, like everybody, if you ever like look up how to use Clefable, they're wrong.
Listen with interest, everybody.
Yeah, because Clefable, they always like tell you to use like Moonblast and like use it as like a defensive, like a bruiser type. Like it attacks with special attacks, but it's also like a defensive.
What loser suggests that?
They're wrong.
Obviously.
What you do is you build it completely tanky, and you give it cosmic power, so it boosts its special defense and its defense.
Go on.
Then you give it charge beam, which has a 70% chance to hit and a 50% chance to boost your special attack. And you use that. And then after you boost all of your attacks, you use stored power.
Slow down, I need to sharpen my pencil.
And stored power multiplies its damage based on how many buffs you gave your Pokemon. So if you have 6 buffs in defense and special defense, and then also some buffs in special attack, it's just crazy strong. And then the only Pokemon that you can't hit with stored power are dark types, so you just kill them with charge beam.
So you like this Pokemon not because it's cool, but because it's strategically like a weird anomaly that's really good.
It's this cute fairy type, and everybody thinks you should use it one way, and then you just beat their whole team with it. And they're like, well, nobody even uses Clefable. Like, why are you in Ubers with this crappy Pokemon?
And what is Ubers for the folks at home who aren't super geeks?
Oh, it's the like top tier. Like, it's where you fight with like legendaries and stuff in the competitive Pokemon.
Legendaries meaning like legendary Pokemon, which are just really good Pokemon, not like we're fighting with like celebrities online. People who are like Chuck Norris
clearly
playing Pokemon.
I mean, do people consider celebrities legends?
I consider Chuck Norris a legend. That's why I amended my statement.
Okay.
Speaking of amending my statement, I'd like to clarify what I said a second ago about having to sharpen my pencil. I don't have a pencil because we don't believe in them here at Two Poor Artists.
Ballpoint pen.
I said it as a joke, like I was taking notes about what you were saying because you were saying so much.
Yeah, I got the joke. And I'm sure our fans did too.
Hopefully. I don't want anybody like unsubscribing because they think I'm
writing notes with a ballpoint pen.
Yeah, obviously. Black ink, white paper.
Yes, the only thing to use.
So let's see Clefable in 10 minutes.
Yes. Why don't you begin my timer here, and then I will start drawing.
All right, on your ready? On your ready? Are you set? And you go.
Okay, so Clefable starts with a pointy ear.
Like Gengar.
Yes. Clefable and Gengar look surprisingly the exact same.
I just want to point out, if this was your 10-second drawing, that's all you'd have.
Yeah, very true. But see, this is not my 10-second drawing, and I realized that I wanted to look at what this Pokemon looked like, so I pulled out my phone and looked it up.
Yeah. Don't worry, folks, it'll look... Oh, gosh. Well, if it doesn't need saying, it will not look like what
it's
is.
A perspective drawing.
That ear is just, folded lengthwise, so you can't see? Okay, fine.
Exactly.
I'm curious how you're going to get the 2 tones of pink to come through.
Oh, yeah.
With only... What the heck is that? It's like a snail. You drew a snail for it.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, gosh. See, people who don't know Pokemon, I can be like, oh, yeah, it's got ears and it has a snail coming out of its hand. Like, clearly that's a Pokemon.
Yeah, it will be fine.
It totally could be a Pokemon, by the way. If an ice cream cone can be a Pokemon, then a snail coming out of whatever Benj is about to finish drawing is not that far-fetched. Which, by the way, far-fetched is a Pokemon.
Yep.
Not to be confused with its Alolan version of Surfetched. Yes. Which doesn't have nearly as good of a pun.
Which is, it's kind of like a normal Farfetch'd, but it's been knighted, so it's a Sir.
Yeah, exactly. And it carries a leaf sword for its special move.
Yep.
Leaf. Is it leaf sword?
Leaf
blade.
Sword, leaf blade, something like that.
So you're drawing that Pikachu character, huh?
Yeah. You know, the fairy
Fat
almost
Pikachu.
was the like Pokemon that was
Well, like the first game. You mean like that it was like the main...
Yeah, like Ash, you would have walked around with a Clefairy.
But then they're like, how dorky would it be for him to walk around with a pink fairy
The
thingy?
actual reason that they changed it is the reason that they wanted a Clefairy is they wanted girls to watch the show as well as boys. They knew boys would watch if you just had fighting. But they wanted girls to watch.
That does make sense.
So they said, we're going to pick Clefairy. But then they had a bunch of girls like look at the Pokemon, and they said that Pikachu was the cutest Pokemon.
Is that true?
Yep.
That's a good bit of fact, man. You know, you actually turn this thing around with its eyes. It has very distinct eyes and mouth. Now it's just like a really ugly Clefable.
Yeah, I mean, it was an accident.
You just drew another snail for the other hand. I want to point that out too. Like, you didn't amend.
Just what they look like.
It looks like it has 3 heads. Like one in the middle and then 2 snail-like necks sticking out of it.
And then it has
horrifying.
These like wings.
They're not actually wings. They're just like spikes.
Yeah, they're weird.
I want to point out you're going to get to the point here soon where I'm at, where you're only 3.5 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
You could have slowed down and made this look, good.
I could have, but you see, there's not actually that much detail.
See, I was saying earlier before we
on Clefable.
Yeah, I was saying earlier before we started drawing this that I should say that my favorite Pokemon was Diglett. My second favorite Pokemon was Diglett.
Yeah, you would have drawn like that in 1 minute,
because
Diglett, you would have
Diglett,
drawn it again in a minute.
If you don't know what Diglett looks like, it's just like a head that popped up out of the ground that has no detail. It has like 2 beady black eyes and a nose and no mouth and no hands and no hair and no distinguishing features.
I'm gonna make it pink wings, black. Because
you have time.
They're a clearly different color.
Yeah, they are. They're dark pink versus light pink.
Yeah. And
hot pink versus powder pink.
We only have 2 colors, so these are going to be black.
I mean, we only have 1 color, and then we have the negative space between that color.
Yeah, the second color.
That's deep, Benj. It's deep to be painting with or drawing with negative space. I want to clarify. I didn't mean we're painting, because we don't believe in paintbrushes.
Yeah, we're sketching.
Paint pens.
When you do what we're doing,
they can make a case for paint pens.
Mm-hmm.
But ballpoint pens. There you go, everybody. Go to your local store, buy a ballpoint pen today. The 2 Poor Artists recommend. What is that thing behind it now?
What? Well, that's like its tail. It has like a curly tail.
You need to put something else to make it look like it's curled up like that curl on its head, because it just looks like it has a giant tail that's like flung out behind it and is like flopped all the way around by its other leg.
You mean like I should
yeah,
that?
It looks like a Mewtwo tail.
But I mean,
like, I just want to point out
that's not what Clefable's like. Clefable's tail doesn't have like that.
Yeah, but it gives it the idea that it's not just like one long curled back tail. Mm-hmm. That thing looks even more like a snail now.
Maybe Clefable is just like a moon snail.
It 100%. No, it's because of how you drew the arms. It doesn't make sense without the arms.
Although I have extra time, so I'm gonna make this Clefable using its signature move, which is not any of the moves I listed before, because nobody would ever dare use this move in competitive battling.
Oh, you're using metronome. Mm-hmm. The dumbest move.
But then, because it's metronome, I can actually make it use any move I want it to use.
So what's it going to use, Benj?
Good question.
You got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to draw it.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to figure out what move I want it to be using. Oh, like, metronomes normally have like a
They have
thing.
like measurements on them, yeah.
Yeah, so like what.
Yeah, don't get too carried away with it. It's not like it ever looks like this in the games. Although there's probably a game where
at least in like Pokemon Stadium, it
yeah,
like pops up with like a metronome, and then it does something.
which is really dumb.
And we're gonna have it. What's like a useless move?
Flail. No, splash.
Okay, it's gonna use metronome, which is gonna make it use. No, the worst move that happens when you use metronome is when it makes you use self-destruct.
Oh gosh.
So we're gonna draw.
That would be really bad. Is
We're
what you're
gonna
gonna
draw
draw him like exploding?
There's gonna be like a mushroom cloud
Oh man.
of just like extreme explosive, and you're just like, oh man, I just
Accidentally killed myself.
killed myself because I used.
This is like what if you're out of all your other PP for moves and you have to use metronome and then metronome makes you use self-destruct.
Like, oh well, I guess I lost that battle.
What an extreme case that would be.
Because you're like, oh, I'm gonna use metronome. Maybe I'll get like hyper beam or something and win. And then it's just like, oh well, I guess I lost.
That's impressive. It looks accurate. It looks like a Clefable using metronome that makes it use self-destruct.
Yes.
Count me impressed.
So let's label this the fable. And then I'll name
You mean
it.
like your name was like
I was thinking about where to place my name.
You weren't thinking about what your name was like it looked like it seemed?
No, I know what my name is most of the time.
Thank goodness.
Every few days at least.
Well, oddly enough, I think you are
Yeah,
done.
I don't need that last minute. There's literally no details I can add to Clefable.
Yeah, but I have to stop it like right on the minute mark or else it's just kind of disappointing.
True.
There. 1 minute.
1 minute.
You did it in 9 minutes.
9 minutes I did. Clefable using metronome and self-destruct.
All right. It is now time for the 1 minute version.
Yes. How fun. That didn't actually change the timer, I realized, because we just changed it. We could have just
continued. Oh, man.
Continued.
We did this whole thing where we typed in the new timer and then we clicked the new setup button so it set the new timer and then we both just kind of looked at it and we're like, oh, there was absolutely no point. Like, that's what it seemed like I was doing. Like, oh, I'll stop it at 1 minute.
Yeah.
So we can... No, that's not what we were thinking at all.
Not at all.
Oh, man.
I should save this drawing, though. I mean, I shouldn't, but I will.
You have to. It has to be saved. Keep that in mind, folks. There is a file on our computer somewhere of all our art.
Well, actually, I just messed up, and so...
oh, you saved this over one of mine?
Your last art
Oh,
no
no.
longer exists, but this one does.
How? What a shame.
Your 10-second Metagross, no more.
It is still saved in our video file. Can you accidentally delete that too? Oh no, he saved it over every one of my drawings. Oh no.
Your whole folders.
Oh no, this saggy butt horse is gone. Oh no, the vending machine I drew is gone.
The saggy butt horse seemed to have mysteriously disappeared a while ago.
I don't know what you mean. I'm sure it's saved in this saggy folder.
Oh yes, I forgot about that folder.
Well, you don't open that folder. All right, you ready for the 10-second or the 1 minute?
Let me just clear this and then.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Okay, so this version is going to be the exact same. It's going to look just as good.
It looks like Yoda. Its hand is so much better.
You just don't know what hands look like.
What have you done down there? it gains some weight. It has Baby Yoda's head on top of its like enormous marshmallow body. You're at 29 seconds.
29 seconds.
This thing's like out of my nightmares.
So it looks good, like a clown.
15 seconds. No, clowns are bad, Benj. Don't you remember?
Okay.
5 seconds to
5
add self-destruction metronome.
Yeah, it doesn't need those. Look at that. Look at this.
It's not that bad, actually. Its one leg is curved.
Yeah, well, I was drawing fast. I could have slowed down a little bit now that I realize.
Yeah.
But
not that bad. That's the best I can say about it.
Yeah. Let's just name it, and then I'll save it correctly this time.
Oh no! You don't have to do that if you don't want. Don't feel any pressure.
I mean, if I'm going to save one of my 2 drawings, I don't know if I want to do this one. Not that my last one was better. Actually, I'm more happy with this one.
I found myself more pleased with the lesser time ones because I'm like, wow, I drew something in that time.
So little time.
Yeah.
It looks like something.
We should keep that in mind when we start our TikTok of drawings.
Where we just draw like 1 minute.
Just really poor short drawings.
Yes.
No promises, by the way, folks. Don't get your hopes up. All right, it all comes down to this.
Count me down.
Are you ready? In 3. Keep in mind, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. On go, I'm going to click. And then you're going to draw.
Okay.
For 10 seconds.
Yes, I understand the assignment.
I'm going to mock.
That we've already done.
All right, let's do it.
You won't have very much time to mock.
I'll have to be quick and hurtful. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
5 seconds left.
Yep.
And time.
No.
Oh
man.
Oh no.
It's so beautiful.
You know what I like about this one that we didn't quite get from the other ones? This is like we're looking at it from the back. You can't see its face.
But it doesn't have its tail.
It's also like you said earlier, it's a perspective thing. We're looking at it from some angle where you can't see the front or the back, but you can see both arms.
It's like you can like you're like really far away.
Why does it still have 2 drastically different shaped legs?
Because I realized I was running out of time.
Yeah, that's how you know it's the same Clefable from the last drawing.
Just like farther away, and you're squinting.
This is one of those things that you should get made into like a sticker for the back window of your car. So when people are stopped at the stop sign,
they like have to look
they're like,
close.
Well, they're just like, what the heck is that? And then you drive away. It's like people who have those license plates, and you're sitting there like trying to decipher what the heck it means, and then they drive off, and then you never know, and then it haunts you.
I mean, it's never been full experience for me.
You stop a step earlier than I do.
Yeah.
If that thing was on someone's back window, I'd be like, what is it?
Remember in the actual Pokemon show where they're like answering those quiz questions, and it's like, what's this Pokemon? And it's just like a circle.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, it's a Voltorb. It's an
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a Jigglypuff from above.
Yeah, I know, right? Every Pokemon episode as a kid, if you watched the Pokemon show on TV, had like a commercial break thing where it would have like a black silhouette of a Pokemon, and you'd have to guess what it is. There are a lot of Pokemon that are round, but a Jigglypuff from the top is not. Is what? Is this a Clefable from the top?
No.
If you said that, it might make more sense.
I think this is a Gengar that is playing a trick on someone.
I mean, Gengar and Clefable already look almost identical.
And I didn't do any of the things that distinguish them. There's no Curlicue.
So you accidentally drew a white Gengar.
Yeah. That's like fading into existence.
Fading into existence?
Or out of.
I don't think when things fade out of existence, they go from like the center out to the outline. But this is the Pokemon world. It can happen.
Mm-hmm. It could.
Let us know in the comments if you have any more suggestions of these 10 challenges we should do. Because we were racking our brains earlier just trying to think of something. And of course we landed on Pokemon. But we would like to draw whatever suggestions you have. So drop us a comment and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.